another elimination this week. Through 4 weeks, we are now up to 4 teams eliminated. The Jets, the latest victims of elimination.
The Dolphins won.
Dolphins actually.
No, but they already been eliminated. They had already been eliminated. Listen, again, the committee's 5-year reputation of never once having to uneliminate a team because they forced their way back into a playoff contention. Maybe it can happen. We have a spotless record up to this point of no premature eliminations. That's very embarrassing. So you don't have to worry about, well, you don't think you have to worry about it? Those 4 teams eliminated? This week, 1 team facing elimination. To be honest, I was shocked they weren't eliminated already. The Panthers. I was looking at the eliminated tiers. I was like, hold on a minute. Panthers facing elimination. They win. So they get to 2 wins, stay of execution. A little offense, please. Browns, Texans, Giants. I like all of these defenses. I like the Giants defense even when statistically it wasn't, showing it. I believed in the personnel on the defense. The Texans and Browns defense, the personnel and the stats. None of these teams need prolific offenses. They just need, don't turn the ball over, and can we get to 20 points? That'd be great. Like 17 they might take, but just 17 with no turnovers, they'd take it right now. It's why the Giants made the move for Jackson Dart, and it's why they get so excited over Cam Scattaboo's exciting 4-yard runs. Like,
he's in the end zone.
I like him though.
The Scattaboo thing, save
I don't
for
know
the
how long
podcast.
it'll
Next,
last, but I like him.
still want to believe. Bengals, Raiders, Cardinals, Bears. These are 1 or 2 win teams that you still want. For the Bengals, it's like, man, we saw you be fine with Jake Browning before.
Yeah.
With Chase and Higgins, we saw it. The Raiders, I believe in Pete Carroll. Now, I do know he is now the oldest coach out in NFL history, and I believe in Geno Smith. I also know he's having a rough stretch. Ashton Genty with his Michael Myers stance, though. Oh, boy, oh my, coach. You see him? Offensive line has some issues. Cardinals, I don't really want to believe one of the committee members from Tucson has kind of partial to Kyler. They started off 2-0. And the Bears get a bye, relax, go play Jaden, open up that door. Who was the best quarterback from that draft class? Oh, maybe differing opinions. That takes on life support, not dead yet. Next, potentially frisky. Cowboys, Falcons, Vikings. Cowboys, it's obvious they have a great offense, so you're potentially frisky. Falcons very up and they got 30-0 by the Panthers. Very next week came out and put 34 themselves on Washington. I understand Jaden wasn't playing, but that's not a defensive thing. Vikings, I think it is hard to judge until JJ comes back, and then even when he comes back, they're probably going to have to lead with defense, but you have a superstar receiver, smart head coach, great defense, potentially frisky. Great coaches, a lot of issues. Niners and the Broncos. For the Niners, the issues are almost all injury related at this point. For the Broncos, the issues to me are that offense, despite Sean Payton dialing up cool stuff like he always does, seems like they've left a lot of meat on the bone as far as plays that, we got the coverage we wanted, a guy's open, we've got the look we want, and you miss it. But for the Broncos, they at least have a great defense to lean on. For the Niners, they have almost a quarterback-proof offense as long as not turn the ball over 5 times 2 starts. I mean, it's hard to overcome that.
That's a lot.
I mean, maybe. Patriots, Steelers. I want to start with the Steelers here because I have been a skeptic. And either I said, and I took it from Brew, or Brew said and he took it from me, no way to tell at this point, that Aaron Rodgers was going to lead Mike Tomlin to his first losing season of his career. Right now, that doesn't look like it's going to be the case.
Yeah. It was.
Okay, then now it's my take. All right, no problem. He's getting the ball out of his hands quick, and DK Metcalf's been really good. The Patriots, it's eye of the beholder stuff. You could look at it and be like, man, if you don't turn the ball over 5 times against the Steelers, you're the team that's 3-1, and Drake May's getting better and better. Another way to look at it is they still just don't have a single offensive skill position player that scares you, but maybe. First, second, and third. 3 teams that quarterbacks were taken first, second, and third in their respective drafts, who right now, for certainly Jacksonville and Seattle, need those quarterbacks simply to look like players who deserve to be taken first or third in their draft because the defenses are really good, and they'll be legitimate teams. Washington is relying on their quarterback being the reason they're a legitimate team, but for any of those teams to move up the tiers, they need their quarterbacks to play like they deserve to be drafted first, second, or third. This is the Paul Rudd meme, the look at us.
Oh, yeah.
Who could have imagined?
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk it? Colts and Ravens in October on the same line. One of them's 1-3, one of them's 3-1. Who'd have thunk it? The Colts are not higher because of the belief of them, lack of belief going into the year. The Ravens are not lower because of the belief for them coming into the year. And right now, in my heart of hearts, I still believe the Ravens, with a healthy Lamar, are obviously better than the Colts. But I have no evidence for that.
Yeah.
From the 2025 season, there's no evidence for that. But I know if next week they were playing and Lamar was healthy, I'd pick the Ravens. But the Colts, they are maybe an A.D. Mitchell fumble away from being 4-0. And so, credit where it's due. You'll like this one, Coach. Crowned a bit early. Packers and Chargers. Oh. Packers 2-0. A guy who we just keep saying they were talking about going undefeated because none of us even remember what that anonymous lineman's real name was. But he talked about it. And the Chargers, you beat the Chiefs and you've arrived. Since week 2, though, they've dealt with more injuries. They've stopped running the ball oddly. Herbert's regressed a bit. Still really good teams, obviously, but maybe not A-list top-tier contenders the way we thought. Elite offenses, solid defenses. Now, that's going to seem unfair to the Rams because they have elite defensive ranks right now. I don't think they actually are going to have, over the course of the year, an elite defense, but I think if you have an elite offense, which those 3 teams do, and you just have good defenses, you can get to a Super Bowl. You can win a Super Bowl if your quarterback's playing well enough. Collision course, same as it ever was. Chiefs and the Bills. Mark your calendars for the Arrowhead Invitational, which oddly this year might be held at Highmark Stadium, but maybe that's just nice because it's the last game. They're the 2 best teams in the AFC, and deep down, I think everybody knows it. And atop the tiers, once again, mediocre at everything, but winning. And that's a compliment, Philadelphia. Yeah. You can't find a stat Philly's great at, except for the fact that they win all the games and they've played a brutal schedule.
Right.
They didn't get to 4-0 the way the Bills did with 1 good team and then 3 cupcakes. The easiest team they've played is Dallas, who's good. Everyone else they've played, we think, could make the Super Bowl in Tampa, the Rams, and the Chiefs. And they're 4-0 despite not being great at, you can't, other than blocked kicks, they're not near the top of the league in anything. That is the Week 5 tiers, Coach.
Yeah, solid.
Come on, Coach.
Oh,
Come on, Coach.
It was pretty good.
Thank you. For him, that's like the highest praise. That's like the dad that never says "I love you." You did all right there, son.
There are some encouraging things. Some things we can build on here.
Yeah.
The love of Kansas City, I get it. But to have them above Detroit at this point, I don't think is fair or accurate. And one of the things that I was so concerned about coming into the season was the 2 new coordinators. And we saw it with Philadelphia, but they chose to get new coordinators, where Detroit, their coordinators both left. And then there's the what's going to happen, how long will that transition take? And we're seeing it happen very quickly, where both the offense is responding and the defense is responding.
Started Nick's lies.
But what's your quote?
The tackle that turned the tide?
Yeah, the tackle that started Nick's lie.
Wow.
That's not that strong.
It's pretty strong.
Let's take a look at where they are statistically.
Let's take a look at the tackle that turned the tide.
These are some of the general stats, but I dug down. There's layers of stats where Detroit is better, whether it's time of possession. You know what's interesting about Kansas City too? They're second in the NFL in drop passes again. We're back to that. So, but I didn't even include that on my list. But you look at the record, points per game, total yards per game, turnover differential. You go right on down the line.
Opponents' points per game.
Yeah, I mean it's close though. And to me, the fact that they have gone through that transition where Kansas City didn't have any turnover like that, and they're able to keep growing as the season's progressing here, because it should get better and better with familiarity. So I understand you love Kansas City, so you're going to bump them up after they get a couple of wins against opponents that are a little bit overmatched at that point. and we're going to drop banners and all that stuff. But this is too high for them at this
Who
point.
did the Lions beat the Browns this week?
The Browns have, you can say what you want about the Browns, but they did beat Green Bay, and they do have the best, arguably the best defense in the league.
And the Chiefs, you say the same similar thing about the Giants. Giants did beat the Chargers, and they have one of the best defenses in the league.
But the difference is the Browns' defense has been consistently good throughout the season and caused problems for everybody.
I believe in Brian Dable. I don't know about you. Listen, here is my, because you're right, the Lions have a more impressive statistical profile. While I am not that moved by teams blowing out the opposing team, I think that can at times be overrated. I am very moved by if you get blown out. And the Lions, that week 1 game when they were annihilated start to finish, the Chiefs in their weakest moment, I don't think are ever down 3 scores.
Can I share an experience I had?
Oh, I know you guys traded away Lawyer Malloy and you lost 30 to I bet the game in college. You lost 30 to 3 and then you ended up going on the longest winning streak in NFL history. You won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, just something I
was that what you were going to say? Yeah, that's what you were going to say. Lost to the Bills.
I mean, I know it doesn't matter. It was week 1, but you know, it's just something I happened to.
Standard definition era. Go ahead.
Part of.
Well, if we can put the tiers back up.
Yeah.
If it's the standings,
It's not standings.
It's obviously not the standings.
then okay. But if it's not the
Definitely
standings,
not standings.
then let's switch Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Because you have to be careful with records early.
I agree.
Because it's bad teams. Some teams are beating bad teams like Tampa Bay.
Some teams are tying bad
They
teams.
beat Atlanta, which is 2-2. They haven't beat a team with a winning record yet. Houston, 1-3, and
Yeah, they beat
the Jets are 0-3. All right, and then they finally play an elite team, and they're down 24-6 at halftime. Oh, they rally, and then what happens? Baker Mayfield, who I like, throws an interception
That was his first pick of the year.
to end the game.
They had another drive.
But it essentially ended their chances of a comeback.
I think that's fair.
Now, if Jordan Love, because I'm saying switch the Packers and the Buccaneers, if Jordan Love did that,
He did do that.
2 weeks in a
he
row.
would be pilloried.
He did do that.
And he was pilloried. But Baker, now, did Jordan Love lead the league in interceptions last year? No.
What?
It was Baker.
This isn't Mahomes.
So Baker has led the league in interceptions last year through a game-ending interception, and he just passes on. That's why he wasn't
not the mountain.
But it is your quarterback of these teams. I'll get to the rest of the stuff. All right. So J-Lo, in fact, I'm still here. Let's see. Because quarterback's such an important
This is
position.
not the mountain.
J-Lo has Baker beaten by a mile in everything except TD interceptions, and that's even. All right, so the quarterback is playing better. I give Baker credit for the comebacks, but they were against bad teams, and he hasn't been playing great like all games, the game's entirety. And then the defense. The Packers have played, they got a great win. Tampa Bay does not have a great win yet. And yet, Green Bay's defense is rated a little bit higher, already playing a tougher schedule than the Buccaneers. So I think Green Bay, that last week, trust me, trust a brother, was an aberration. They went in there, they were like, man, we're going to stomp the Cowboys. Micah's going home, he's going to have 8 sacks.
I know, but that's not a
and
positive.
But they took them lightly.
What happened the
How could they take them lightly after they lost the Browns?
Here's what happened. Rob said, what happened previously? Here's what happened previously.
Jordan Love
they were allowing 13 points a game.
Yes.
Having played, they held the #1 scoring team in the league to 13 points.
Yes.
21 below their average, that being the Detroit Lions.
Okay,
It was week 1.
That's fine. But week 1 counts. That's
right. Week 1 was that preseason?
No,
Well, let me tell you a story as a Patriots fan.
Hold on. Oh, about week 1?
That's the story.
The Patriots went up to Buffalo just traded Lawyer Malloy.
No, that's the story he just
Good
told.
story.
What?
Tell us more. What happened?
Can I respond?
Watching the game with Buddy Jesse says.
I want to hear what in the world you're going to say about this.
I am flabbergasted that you think the Packers, after the last, it's not the standings, but we played 4 weeks.
Yeah.
2 of the 4 weeks have been objectively, wildly disappointing performances. And you want me to move them up. Week 1, they were unbelievable. Week 2, they were excellent on the Thursday night when we were landing in Kansas City.
50% of the time.
Think about how, bro. And then since then, they have had an F game,
Yeah, they haven't won
trademark
since we
Brew,
were in Kansas
and then
City.
a D- game against the Cowboys.
Forever
Every
ago.
elite team in the league has had bad moments.
I understand, but it's half
You
their
know
season.
that. You
Brew,
know that.
they played 4 games. 2 of them have been awful.
Tampa, but I'm just saying, I didn't say move them to the top. I said move, or even close. I said switch them with Tampa. Tampa needed heroics to beat 3 bad teams.
Bro.
And then they play a good
Remember
team
when
and
we
get
were in
slapped
Kansas
all
At
over
least
the
they
place.
didn't tie any of those bad
A
teams.
tie is better than a loss. I'm not hating on the tie.
But they didn't lose, Brew. Brew, is a tie better than a win? You said the Tampa Bay needed heroics to beat bad teams.
Yes.
The Packers
The Cowboys
have
have
played.
one of the best offenses in the
Oh
league.
my God, the Cowboys
You
lost.
know this.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think he agrees.
I'm back. Guess what? This Sunday night, all the eyes of the football world will be looking at Buffalo. And the Patriots, yet again, are on the doorstep of destiny.
Dude, this is not a thing.
We're on the doorstep of destiny.
Bro.
Tackle that turned the
Yet
tide is
again?
not a thing. Being on the doorstep,
tell that to my tattoo.
doorstep of destiny is definitely a thing.
You said this about Drake May yesterday.
Well, Drake May is the quarterback of the team on the doorstep of destiny.
What
Now
is-
the team's also on the doorstep of destiny. Drake May is just like there leading everybody. On the doorstep of destiny. So how are the Patriots doing this season, Wilds? Are you just like a fan of the Patriots? Because isn't James Cook just going to run all over the Patriots defense? I don't think so. Our defense is good. Tied for 10th. It's not great, but still 20 points a game. I'd like to get that under 20. It feels better. And nobody can run on us. We're actually pretty good. Only giving up 78 yards per game, tied for second. Only 2 touchdowns, which I was shocked by. Now, granted, Aaron Rodgers threw some in there, but still. Great defense. So James Cook will be somewhat neutral. And I know what you're thinking. What about Josh Allen? Josh Allen's excellent. And coach, I don't know what to make of this graphic, but I put it through the something or nothing machine, and it pumped out something.
Since Brady left. That
Since Brady
includes
left.
the wind no, it doesn't.
No, so
include
since Brady left, it's like Josh Allen owns the Patriots. 6-1, all the stats are great. Since 2023, look, still 2-1, but all the numbers are down. Passer ratings way down, turnovers way up, total yards way down. That maybe it's just the way the Bills decided to play. Maybe it's Patriots specific. Maybe it's like, man, we've seen a lot of this guy. We can throw a lot of different things at him and maybe something will work. And finally, as I've mentioned several times in a storyline that is going to pick up some steam as we head towards Sunday night, it's revenge season for Stephon Diggs back in Buffalo. Highest completion percentage. What a union. He's in 2 great relationships. Steph is. Highest completion percentage by a quarterback wide receiver duo this season. Reminds me of like Kelsey Mahomes type stuff. Just great duos. Close your eyes and think of it. Wow.
K-Dog.
Something. That's something too.
Go. Can I just put the cheers back up if we could?
Move us up a little bit.
Where?
We're on the doorstep of destiny.
There you go. You almost saved it at the end.
We're on the doorstep of destiny.
You are
Just right up
turn
to
it. Stop. Hold
or
on.
second, third.
Or
who debunked it?
Hold on.
You told me that?
Hold on. You are turning into a bad teammate.
How so?
You are not staying within the conceit of the segments. Yesterday, for the Drake May thing, the whole idea of the mountain, take this guy, put him here, put this guy there. Instead, you just gave us 3 minutes of a love letter to Drake May, and then you were done. The whole idea of tiers is this team is improperly ranked. You just gave us 3 minutes on why the Patriots are going to beat the Bills. You just did your upset alert for this week. You could just run it back. It has nothing to do with who do you want.
Who to thunk it?
What?
Move up to who to thunk it. We're great. I'm just letting everybody know we're on the doorstep of destiny. It's great. It's all going to happen on Sunday night. And people are like, wow, you were right.
If it doesn't happen on Sunday night, there is a 1-week ban for this show on the Patriots. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.